I'm 25F, just escaped my abusive parents with barely any money. I managed to book a small, messed-up apartment to keep me alive, so I had to look for a job. I scrolled through all the jobs until one caught my eye. It read 711 overnight shift $50 an hour. I quickly applied, not knowing this would be my life over. Once I applied, a text from an unknown number appeared at the top of my screen. Start tomorrow at 8 p.m. I read the message, then headed straight to bed. The next day, I drove to the 711, not far from the apartment. As I went in there and put on my work clothes, a strange note appeared on the main desk. I picked it up awkwardly as there was no customers around, so I figured it would just be a welcome note. The truth was so much more sickening. The note had a title, Rules to the Night. 1. If an old lady with a dog walks in, make no eye contact. She will try to make conversation and try to get your attention. Don't give in. Strange, I thought to myself. What type of note was this? I kept reading. 2. If you hear a baby crying, do not look through the window. It will keep crying for 30 minutes. And the third and final rule marked in red. 3. You will hear a little girl singing at 2:30 a.m. Lock the doors and cover your ears. She isn't a little girl. That's it. I put down the note and paced around the room. I jumped at the sound of the bell ring. An old woman with a dog walked in. I was about to greet her until my mind read the rules again. I looked at my phone the whole time. She asked how my day was and if I had any kids. Her voice was a bit scratchy and odd, not like any old woman. I ignored her, but her voice started getting more desperate, more louder. Her voice was screaming in my ear, so I finally looked up. Nothing. I looked at the note again in disbelief. This is real. I quickly calmed myself down and continued with my shift. I was scrolling through Facebook. That's when I heard it. A baby crying from the window, eerily, loudly. I read the rules so much that they were imprinted in my mind. I turned the other way and continued looking at Facebook. The baby cries stopped at exactly 2 a.m. I remembered at exactly 2:30 a.m. I'll hear it, the little girl. I got ready to sprint to the door, locking it. What felt like hours, the little girl finally started singing. I quickly jumped up and locked the doors, then covered my ears. This has been happening for 2 hours, but the noise got lower. So I unlocked the doors and continued with my day. Scrolling through Facebook, the note that I got given had something behind it in red marker. It read, the little girl never stops trying. She stops singing at 4:30. At that time, you have to go to the bathroom for 1 hour. That's when I heard it. The little girl singing again, except this time she was behind me.